Hey y'all, it's Charlene. Today's Tuesday and it's the 22nd of March. And I know that because I've got my calendar from Diane Thurman hanging right over there where I can keep my eye on what the date is. But like I say, today's the 22nd. Next Tuesday will be my husband's 60th birthday. I'm a little bit upset because I can't get out to get him a card. I can't get out to go in the kitchen to make him a birthday cake. And I'm doing good just to be able to do the normal things I need to do because I can't get out of bed to do a darn thing. So anyway, yesterday when my husband came in, he brought in the mail and he brought in a hospital bill, yuck. But he brought in a Happy Meal to me. And it's from Barbara Lanehart. I believe that's how y'all say her name or how she says her name. And I was just so happy. I was happy about the Happy Meal, but I was very happy because she sent me a card and it's telling me how she got started on her sailboat because I didn't know the story. And now I know her whole story, and it is so intriguing. I would love to go on a sailboat just one time. Probably not far away because I know I would get seasick. I would probably have those patches you put behind your ear, behind both ears, and across my forehead. Because when I was young, we would go up to North Carolina to go camping. And on the trip up there and on the trip home, I would be throwing up in the car because I got car sick. And so it was, every time we went, I got car sick. But I know I would probably do the same on a boat, especially a big sailboat. But anyway, and I don't know how I would do if I couldn't see land. I think that would bother me probably the most. I'm not a good swimmer, not that I could ever think if I could see the land, I could swim to it. But my husband said if the Titanic was sinking, Charlene, you'd have been the first one drowned because all I do pretty much is doggy paddle. Well, I can swim a little bit, but not much, not enough to save me. So, but it was so intriguing to read about where you've been and what you did and that kind of stuff, Barbara. And I'm so sorry that you have arthritic fingers. And I'm beginning to get arthritis in this finger right here in this top joint. My fingers are starting to look like my daddy's. And not that that's a bad thing. I'm very proud of my daddy. My daddy's was a very, very hard worker. And he's still a hard worker. And he's going to be 80 in August. So, anyway. But Barbara sent me a couple things. And this is Yarn Bee by Rainbow. It's called Rainbow Rhapsody Crimson Poppies. And I love this colorway. And I started just about 15 minutes ago. I'm on row 4. Using the, she sent me this whole cake. And then she sent me part of a leftover cake where she'd used it. So I'm starting right here. And this is the pattern that I started. It's the Sunset Beach Shawl. And it's by Hannah Yeah. And her channel is the Cozy Cottage Crochet channel. And she's got a granny cardigan that she made that I want to make, and that's what I'm trying to get some nicer yarns up for, is so I can make that cardigan so that it will last and be something I can wear forever and ever. So anyway, I've started on this Sunset Beach shawl. And she also sent me this. It's called Yarn Bee Delish Boutique. This has 590 yards. Isn't that pretty? 590 yards. And look, it's got a little halo to it. I can see the little fuzzies. You might not can see them, but yeah, there you go. I can see them. And this is called Pinwheel Cookie is the name of it. And it is 90 acrylic, 10 alpaca. And like I say, it's got 590 yards. I didn't tell you a thing about this one. I think probably everybody and their son has this one from the Hobby Lobby, the big sales, the clearance sales that I have not got to go to in the last 5 years because I've been in the hospital. And I don't know that I'll be much able to go this year unless I can get out in my wheelchair. So we'll see. But this has 917 yards in this. Now this is going to make a massive, beautiful, beautiful wrap. And it is made of 60 cotton and 40 acrylic. So, aren't those beautiful colors? I love them. I just love them. And this here is well, they're both very soft. But this one here is the softest of the two. So, and for Hannah's pattern, she said that she used a durable cotton cake. And I think hers had 830 yards is what you really need for this. She used a durable cotton cake that had 1,000 meters, which is 1,093 yards. And she gives you in this pattern a row counter. And the pattern goes to row 180. But she also gives you optional so that if you want to make it larger. So, I can use this and this up, and it'll probably go over what, the I know it's going to go over the 800 and something yards, but this is just the beginning of it. I've got, let's see, let me turn my page back here and see where I've got my little stitch marker and my post-it note. I meant my post-it note. And I am on row 12. That little bitty thing is 12 rows. So, I am enjoying this, Barbara, and I was working on something. I'm still working on the sleeves for Kinsley's little sweater that I've been working on. But I had to have a break because I'm getting very anxious about, are the sleeves going to be way too big, or are they going to be too little? I just had to put it down. I'm just going to have to wait until I can go over and see Kinsley, because it's going to end up being too hot for her to even wear the sweater. But it'll fit her next year because, like I say, she's so little. And I made it a little bit bigger so that she could have it for next year. But I'm going to have to go over and be there and start the sleeve over there where I can, slide it up her arm and see how it's going to do and how it looks, and, to satisfy me. I don't want to put a bunch of work in and just guess at something. My husband said, well, if you lived in California and you couldn't get over to Kinsley, you would just have to make it and send it to her. Well, I don't live in California. I can get to Kinsley sometime between now and the fall time. So I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm the one putting the work into it. So I said, well, I'm going to take a little break when Barbara's yarn came in. And the first thing I thought of was this pattern by Hannah. And when it first come out, her patterns are very reasonable. Very reasonable. This pattern, I think, was $3.50. And if you were watching her channel the day that it released, she gave you a coupon code for $1 off. So this pattern was just $2.50, and she gives you all kinds of instructions and help. And if you need more help than that, then you get the Cozy Cottage Crochet channel at gmail.com, and she answers all of your emails and stuff when you're asking questions. She is just great, just a wonderful, wonderful host and a wonderful designer. This girl can design things, and she does it for all sizes, not just one size. When she has something that's a wearable that has to be sized, it goes from extra small up to 5X. So she really puts the work in. And I can't say enough about Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet. And she's got a little baby girl who is, I don't know if she's 14 or 15 months old. I don't know, but she's just started walking. And I love seeing that child walk. She is just a hoot watching her walk. And Hannah's having to pull her hair up, and she has a little bam bam ponytail coming up off the top of her head because her hair's getting in her eyes. So yeah, I really enjoy that channel a lot. And she does a video every other Saturday, and she shows you what she's making, what she's made, and just, she's just a really good channel to watch. So anyway, but Miss Barbara, I thank you so much for including me into your circle of friends now. And she said that she will be glad to send me postcards like she does the other channels that she sees. And that just tickled me to death. She said, I will definitely send you postcards too. I love to share my life and adventures with others. So that was really, really very touching. So thank you, Miss Barbara, for doing that. And I have been trying to keep my chin up and my spirits lifted. I am starting to get a little bit kind of put out with the situation. I'm trying not to get too depressed. The doctor has me on an antidepressant that he started me on a couple years ago. And I was going to tell you, Barbara, you said that when Hurricane Maria struck in Puerto Rico in 2017, y'all were in Puerto Rico on your sailboat, and that you had damage and you had to leave the boat there until you could actually get it repaired and stuff. I was in the hospital in 2017 when that hurricane happened, and I was in the hospital for 7 months, and we could not get the little mini bags of IV fluids that we would mix medications in and to hang, for patients who had IVs. Those were out. The big IV bags were out. And even some of our medications, I didn't realize so much stuff was made and sent to the United States by Puerto Rico. And I just couldn't believe how much we depended on them for medications and, like I say, IV bags and IV tubing. You know, one of the medicines that I used, well, there was a narcotic that I had to have for pain, and I was really afraid that we were going to run completely out of that. And as a matter of fact, they were having to be sure that the ICU pods were stocked first with that medicine, and then they could stock it out, in the other floors. And I was in the hospital for 7 months, like I say, and I saw lots of things that we ran out of at the hospital. And one of the things was I had to have an antibiotic, an IV antibiotic every day. And before I got that antibiotic, I had to have Phenergan, IV Phenergan, because I had a little bit of a reaction to that medication, which I still have to this day if I get IV vancomycin. Do you know they ran out of IV Benadryl? Did I say Phenergan? I meant Benadryl. If I said Phenergan, which is a nausea medicine. But the IV Benadryl would keep me from having such a bad reaction. And we ran out of that at the hospital. And they said that was another thing that came from Puerto Rico. So I just really didn't realize so much was done there that our medical facilities depended on. And it wasn't just our hospital that was out. It was all the hospitals in the area was out because that's where it all came from. So that was a good little lesson to learn. So I said, boy, I hope the next time I go to the hospital, there's no hurricanes anywhere that, sources the hospital with things that we need. But thank you again, Barbara, for my beautiful yarns and for my sweet card. And I will try to get this pattern done. I'm starting to feel like I'm developing startitis because I am starting something and feel like I just can't finish it. The sweater's not really my fault because I am stuck here and can't get to Kinsley. And they're actually gone to the beach for this week for spring break. And so anyway, like I said, I'm starting to get a little on the low side here. I'm watching videos. I'm doing what I normally do. And I'm trying to stay upbeat, but Lord Almighty, it's getting to be really hard. And I told my husband last night, I said, how long has it been since I had this surgery? And he told me it had been like 2 months and a week, or no, it had to be longer than that because I was in the hospital that long. So maybe it was 3 months and a week or something, or no, that can't be right either because 3 months will be up into April. So, anyway, I'm just over the whole situation. And he said, Char, you got to realize that you've got a big broken bone in there that's trying to heal. And he said it's trying to heal around that rod because that rod is, up inside of the bones. And he said, so you've got to understand that this has to have time to heal. And he said, if you broke your leg, you wouldn't expect it to be where you can walk in a month. And then he said, well, I take that back. He said, you're not the most patient person. But, you know, I've been in this hospital bed since 2007. So it's really getting old. And it's really old because I'm stuck here. He can't even take me out in the wheelchair because I feel like I can't go anywhere unless it's a doctor's appointment, because the fire department has to carry me in and out. You know, when I get outside to the steps, they have to carry my chair down the steps. And I just feel like I shouldn't go anywhere unless it's absolutely necessary. And so that's another reason I'm getting kind of upset about this whole thing. And I can tell that my blood pressure is going up because I'm starting to get headaches in the back of my head. And when I had high blood pressure before in the past, that's where I would get the headaches. And so I can feel it. I can feel it pretty good. And when I was trying to look at this pattern, I was having trouble seeing it. And that's just another thing that I know is happening with my blood pressure. But I'm going to get off here. I didn't mean to get on my soapbox again and complain, but if you have your health, y'all need to sure be thanking your lucky stars and your good Lord above, because that can all be took from you in the blink of an eye, and you not even know what's happening. And when you lose it, it's gone. You can't go to Walmart and buy more health. You can't go to the pharmacy and say, I need that. Or even go to your doctor and say, oh, please, give me another dose. When it's gone, it's gone. And even when I get to where I can stand on this leg and the bone is healed around the metal rods, I'm still not going to be able to stand good because of all the missing muscle that they've had to take out for the necrotizing fasciitis and the MRSA. So I'm going to be fighting this battle forever. It's not going to be something that, oh, well, once the leg is healed, I'll be able to just go about my merry way. No, it's still going to be the way it was before the surgery. Just hopefully I won't have an infected leg. So, but anyway, so that's my spiel for today. Thank y'all for watching. I thank you, my subscribers, who are sticking here with me. We keep bobbing up and down between 705 to 712. And I wish we would just go on and go to 800 and be done with it. But I guess that'll take a while, if ever. But I do appreciate the folks that watch my channel and that comment every time. And, you know, keep coming back for more of this heartache. It's all I can say. And one of these days when I get things settled, I hope to be able to do some type of a little tutorial. I don't know how much I'll be able to do, but surely I can do something. It's probably not going to be anything groundbreaking that y'all haven't seen, heard, watched, or done before. But maybe it'll just give me a little something more to do so that I don't stay so down in the dumps. But thank you, Barbara. You put a smile on my face and you made me feel good. So thank you for thinking of me. And thank you, subscribers. Hit the little subscription and the thumbs up just to give me something to make me feel good for today. And I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great day. And peace out, y'all. Bye.